Well, thank you for having me, of course. But yeah, I think just back to the beginning, I've been tall my entire life, so if it's like, okay, how does the basketball thing start? It just kind of started playing in my neighborhood, and then once we got to start playing team sports in seventh grade, tried out, made like the third team, which was kind of surprising because the tall kid's always supposed to be good and I wasn't. But that kind of lit a fire under me. Decided to play AAU that summer, got better, came back my eighth grade year, and got to be starting on the first team, and then it kind of took off from there. um, I didn't really know about scholarships and stuff going into high school. It's kind of just one of those things where I was like, I'm just gonna play hard and do the best that I can while I was there. And then once I started getting letters, and then my AAU coach kind of started talking about things, I was like, okay, wow, you can get college paid for and all those things. And then at some point, I had actually verbally committed to UT Arlington. And then I have a younger sister, she's a year younger than me. And at the time, one of the assistants, Coach Carlos Quintero, had come to one of our high school practices to come watch my sister, right, so that they could offer her. But he actually approached me too, and he was like, "Hey, I know that you verbaled to UTA, but I think there's kind of word on the street is that you're still open. So if you want to come to Rice, we'd love to have you." And I was like, "Rice? Oh my gosh, wow, yeah, yeah, I'm there." And he's like, "Okay, well, you want to come on your official and all that." And I was like, "Right, right, right, of course." But I had pretty much already made my mind up. Like, you can't pass up a school like Rice when they are gonna give you a full scholarship. And so it's like, yeah, let's do it. And so that's how I ended up there. But I think probably my favorite times, just in general, were um, the summers, minus the conditioning, that you have to do in the Houston heat, where it heats up the entire gym. But it was like just being with my teammates on campus, and it's just you guys practicing. Yeah, you have your one or two classes that you're in, but besides that, you're just hanging out together and you have all of campus to yourself. Houston, is this huge city with just so much to do for young adults. It's like this wonderland, So I think I really just love summers, and even just the locker room, like the locker room hangouts. I remember one of the things I asked my teammates when I first got there, I was like, so each team kind of has something that they're good at, that's like their thing. What is y'all's? And they were like, I'm just looking around, and they were like, we all just like each other. We're all actually friends. And that was definitely the culture of the school. And so just all of the times that we had in the locker room, whether it was good, bad, someone comes in crying and we all are there, to just give her a hug, or all of us struggling through exams or whatever it was. I think it was just definitely the locker room times that were my favorite. Man, even recently it's been just a whirlwind. But I went to go play overseas. Yeah, I played for 6 years, just kind of all throughout Europe, and then a little bit in Australia. And then what probably has seemed like an abrupt stop to my basketball career, I actually stopped playing to work for the church, to work for my church. So yeah, it's kind of all over the place, but just getting to play overseas is one of the most incredible things that I've ever gotten to do, and to travel, and of course getting paid to travel, and just getting the time, because I think so many people are like, yeah, they just want to save all this money so they can travel later in life, and I'm like, there, now that I've experienced it, I'm like, there's nothing like traveling young. You are right. It has not completely settled. I think even I'm like, I feel my heart kind of swell just like thinking of it. But just to be inducted this young um, is wild to me. Even when Coach Williams called me and he was like, I want to be the first person to let you know this is the first year that you were up for it. And you got chosen, you know, and this doesn't happen that often. And so I don't know how the voting goes exactly, but I'm just like, wow, I can't believe that whoever it was that voted, you know, voted for me and for me to go in this soon, you know, and this close to when my Rice career ended. I'm just blown away, and I'm deeply moved and very, very grateful. I think it's incredible, and I just, you know, I looking at some of my parents. I haven't seen the invitation yet, still, but like personally, but my parents, you know, sent me a picture of the invitation. Some of my teammates have sent me pictures of the invitations, and when I look at the people who are on there, I'm like, and me too. Like to just be in that category with these people is it's incredible. It's really incredible.